So I just got back from the Real Rise convention in Las Vegas this year. Last year it was in San Diego. This year it was in Vegas. Excited to see where we're going to go next year. But there's a lot of highlights, a lot of discussion about where Real is right now, where we are going, and a lot of things unveiled. So I'd like to dig into some of just of the brief highlights about what was unveiled at Rise Convention 2024. So first is the power of AI. We know, we hear this in the news, we see it all around us, ChatGPT, we see the art that's being created, but our brokerage at Real is really embracing AI and implementing it into our technologies, making our life easier, making our job easier, making our managing brokers' jobs easier. So firstly, Leo. Leo is our AI assistant within Reason. Now, Reason, of course, is our application that's accessible on our phones and on our computers, and it's really our portal for how we get our job done within Real. But Leo, it's really evolved with the launch of Leo Copilot. So what it is now when we log into Real, there's this command center that comes up with Leo Copilot, and its job, and it's going to improve even more so, is anticipating our needs. So it's going to deliver personalized support. For example, you log in and it's going to be like, hey, you're missing trade record sheet for this transaction. Or we really need you to do this. We need the DORT for. So it's going to essentially point you in the right direction quicker, so you don't need to be searching, well, what do I need to have done? What's the top A priority thing that I need to do? It's going to tell you. It's going to tap on your shoulder essentially and say, this is what you need to do right away. Another thing that's pretty cool is all of Sharon's trainings are on demand within Leo, within Copilot. So for example, I have the listing toolkit book here, and it was made by Sharon, and it's essentially a listing presentation. How do you go through this? Just type it into Leo, and rather than pointing to another website where you have to click and go to that page and then find the video, all the videos, all of Sharon's training videos are going to be right there on any topic. And he addresses all the topics really having to do with real estate. So how can I host an open house? How does the stock purchase program work? Sharon will explain it all right within Leo with his videos. Now, I mentioned how AI is going to make our managing brokers' lives even better and easier. What's going to be pretty cool is Leo is going to automatically scan our uploaded documents for transactions for errors. So pretty fantastic, amazing stuff. So picture yourself dropping in a contract and then it going, scanning it for a couple seconds, and it says, 2 errors were found, 3 errors were found, missing initial on page 4. And you can know that that is missing and address it really, really quickly rather than waiting for sometimes a managing broker, right? They have so much on their plate. It might take 1, 2, 3 days for them to physically review the contract. But Leo is going to use AI to review a contract instantly and have you fix things even quicker. So I think that's pretty amazing. Another thing that AI is going to be able to do is instant marketing. So within Real, they provide us all these Canva templates, right? So let's say it's a new listing. Now there are all these templates where we can go over and drag in photos and like put our text in, but now within Leo, we're going to be able to say, make me a social media post for my listing on, type in the address, and it's going to bang, give them to you. Now, maybe you don't like the picture that it chose. Maybe it chose a bathroom photo or something. You'll be able to, of course, manually drop that in, but it's going to automatically create all that for you so that you can start using it really quickly, really simply. Another thing it's going to be able to do with the use of AI is explain your payout. So sometimes you might get a payout, a check, and it's this number, and you're like, how did that work? I thought it was going to be this. But of course, we know there's a lot of things that go into the math. So you can ask Leo, explain my payout on 1234 Main Street. And it'll say, this was the net commission minus this, and show you the math about how it arrived at that number. Of course, if there is an issue after that, you can contact support. But essentially, we can ask for an explanation and have it quickly rather than waiting for next day's answers, right? AI is making it going to be so much faster. Sharon also shared with us a new Real Culture book. So this book actually is available right now. You can flip through it online. You can also order a physical copy. It's on the website joinreal.com, and I'll show you right here what it looks like. But really, within just a few short pages, it's a simple book. It breaks down what we are as a brokerage, not the nuts and bolts again of how to get a deposit in. What's our mindset? What are we trying and what are we succeeding in building? Where are we going? Now, as far as what's on the horizon, so what's coming in 2025, we are going to have Leo for clients. So I briefly mentioned this in another video, but essentially it's going to be a revolutionary tool designed to automate and personalize our client interactions. Sort of our client portal, but it'll be AI assisted. So clients will be able to have 24/7 access to the services that it provides through a dedicated phone number. So every real agent is going to be given an AI phone number. So everything from property recommendations to scheduling tours will be done at the touch of a button, and our clients texting this AI phone number. So really, it's going to be next level service, helping you deliver more while you're not actually working. You'll be freeing up time. And then when there's something that actually requires your time rather than chit chat, but no, we need to set up this viewing, it'll pass it along to you and you can take it from there and carry on your business. Now, Real Wallet was also mentioned at the conference. So agents who sign up will have the ability to sign up for a business checking account. Right now, that's coming in to America, not in Canada. But through that, Real will give agents access to an actual physical debit card that they can use. So this means faster access even to your commission income, no waiting around for bank delays. Essentially, you can get paid. It goes to your Real Wallet, and that money sits there, and you can go use your debit card and pay for something or extract money. And signing up for it within the app takes about 2 minutes. Again, not quite in Canada, although we do have access to a line of credit from our Real Wallet already in Canada, and I already have it on my phone. I have access to it. If I wish, I can get a loan right now. Of course, there is interest on a line of credit. It's at 10%, but if you pay that back within 21 days, no interest is incurred. Now, something else that was mentioned and unveiled at Real Rise was the use of a new platform called Workvivo. So we used to use Workplace, which is a Facebook product, and that really brought us together as a community. That's where our training was, that's where discussions are held, and updates, key updates. But that was really a third-party product that fit the needs, but at the same time took you out of the ecosystem, took you out of Reason, and you had to go in there, and it involved other clicks, right? It involved you going to another program and accessing it. But now Workvivo is going to be integrated into Reason. It's going to be right there within Reason. And what's really cool too is it's going to allow a referral network program that's much, much easier. So you'll be able to, within Workvivo, say, I'm looking for an agent in BC, Canada that services Nanaimo, Parksville, Qualicum. You click that and it'll show who works there. And it'll show a list of names. So right now it's not quite that simple. There in Workplace, there's a section where you can say, I'm looking for someone who services Edmonton, and then people comment. But now we can just click and see who works in the area. So we'll be able to better and faster connect with agents, especially for referrals. Now, speaking about that topic of referrals, referrals are going to get so much easier, especially if it is within Real and it's another Real agent. Essentially, we'll be able to say, I have a buyer referral for you in Edmonton. I'm here on Vancouver Island. And you click that it's going to be that agent. It'll automatically generate a referral form. It'll automatically auto-populate all of my information and data and that agent's information and data, and then send it to us for signatures and initials, and then be posted into our Reason account. So referrals and doing it properly, having the proper paperwork in place, will be done so much quicker. A couple other highlights. We as a company are going to have our first annual Day of Service. So this is essentially a holiday of how we as Real agents can give back to our communities, to the areas that we work. It's just about to be announced, but it's going to be December 3rd. So we're going to be talking about that more, but how can we give back, not just ourselves, not just my team, 22,000 agents strong, the entire company. How can we give back on December 3rd? And that's going to be a yearly thing moving forward. We also had announced the dates for next year's Rise. So it's going to be November 3rd through 5th. So just a couple weeks later in the year, November 3rd through 5th. Location is to be determined, so we will want to save those dates. But we do have already November 13th at 11:30 a.m. There's a Beyond Rise recap. So it's a 90-minute recap basically summarizing all this. So even if you're not part of Reel, but you want to see what happened, you can sign up for that and view that. So just send me a message below if that's of interest and I can pass it along to you. So lots more happened at Reel Rise this year. There was an amazing wrap-up party at the Virgin Hotel, and there was food served, there was drinks served, it was a good time. It's really a time when we can come together, and we still are a relatively small company. Yes, there's 22,000 of us, but I've been going to these for a couple years now. This is the third I've attended because I went to Banff in the middle also. But you start recognizing faces and names, and you see people that are teaching on Workplace, those masterminds, and you get to shake their hand and connect. It's really a great opportunity to meet people, to network, especially when we are so small. It's easier right now when there's less agents even to make those connections and get those referrals and also send referrals across. So overall, it was a fantastic experience. The leadership team did an amazing job. I was really happy that I went. It definitely is worth the investment, in my opinion. Everything that I've ever invested and given into Reel has come back to me twofold, if not more. So highly recommended. If you're considering joining Reel, or it's just a topic you're considering, definitely reach out to myself or to someone else who's with Reel. Have a conversation about your specific needs, about what you're looking for to determine if it would be a good fit. I think it's a fantastic fit for myself, but at the same time, I realize it's not for everybody. There are perhaps limitations where an individual might not be the right fit for joining Reel. So again, reach out if you'd like to have a conversation to see if it might be a good fit for yourself.